Light's already popped in a quick edit to just save his life, but for how long? Just a few seconds bot for SD. Is it enough? Trapped behind one last pyramid edit. SD has to move. He has all the edits, but Light knows all the moves. He's too fast, and SD's down.
I think this time maybe an earlier disengage, and this is a build fight. Nate getting a lot of height. He has it again, glider gun, and there it is. He had it through the cone, all the way up. Nate was not expecting him to land right there. He was hoping that he could get a little higher, but Vortex makes the precision.
And now we see him nowhere near this POI. So Versus taking out one Titan from Sweaty Sands. Sapiros will be able to hold him back, though. There's a cost of trying to condition players, trying to make them used to this type of story, that this is my spot. The cost might be his life. No, it's Ensar that goes down. Sapiros, good tags, but now Versa has to play catch up too.
And again, the zone pulls farther east. I think he's fine for now. He still wants it, though. You can see he's kind of hunting this player. Finally going to back up a little bit.
It takes so much discipline. You basically have a weapon you can't use in your inventory, but it doesn't matter because that charged shotgun can be so lethal. Nice there for Toos, but what I was trying to say is, with just 2 crash pads left, no shields, just floppers. They're all ending these fights right there, box to box, wall to wall. This is where edits come in from all sides. Letwick predicts the first one, does not crack the shield on his enemy. Still there, getting third party from 2 sides. It's a crossroads that he's caught in, but he's still playing the aggressive side of it. Still going for shots, and a predicted crash pad makes it so that Floki lands the shot.
Trying to find a way out of this. Still 110 builds different than the situation that Gambit Letwick had.
If he wants to win the game, I think he needs this fight. 6 rockets with a shockwave launcher, not enough to really control an entire lobby of top tier players. Drop down into his box is gonna be Maestro, and he gets completely silenced. An orchestra taken out instantly.
Where no matter what the zone goes, you still have a chance to earn points.
But that's the story for everyone. There's 40 players right now. We're so close and tied to these slots. Noah Riley gets in there and takes out Jamside, someone just slightly above him in the standings. And really creative there in case he's going to drop in the box. I think once again he's only held up by just 1 wall. So Light can't shoot him out. Going for the shots too. Rekt is kind of in trouble because not only is he taking this fire from Light, these builds keep getting rebuilt. There it is, the drop down. Everyone else can see him too. He has no options to stay alive and move up. Forced to come down. Light knows that, and easily pick up for him. Blackie there on the backside. There's a bush blocking him and his vision, but it doesn't matter. He can feel exactly where Belvid is. Hits that shot. Very nice from him. Gets, look at this, more crash pads, and he just had 1 left. So using 1 to box dive gives him more to rotate for the end of the game. Above him, though, is Noah Riley, who we know is just about at 11 points. He needs to rise way high, but he's going to be fighting people like Vite, who've controlled height before, and Alex. Oh my god, 1 HP, and Eternal's there with him too. Gets taken out in a final box fight. It is so scary to be in any of these builds. It's Mongrel who's hunting these players down.
Arnold down on low ground, a lot of space for him too. Look at the distance. He's tunneled that all the way. Oh, gotta be careful. Whenever you go for these impacts, the loot that's dropped, you got to be careful of other players taking over control of your old builds, and that's exactly what happens. Thankfully, he still has that shield potion to get back into it, and a lot of materials. Mongrel is working very well in this zone. 2 crash pads and a launch pad too, plus the peppers. He'll be fine for this.
This is a zone you have to be very careful working, though. You're taking box fights before that half and half. It means that everyone else is rotating around you, and you're not looking at the new bases being built. You're not thinking about where you want to be ultimately. Popping a pepper to catch up with speed, catch up in time. He is moving so fast past everyone's builds. Hyper building, basically, over everyone. An elimination right in front of him. He doesn't get the actual mats from it, but he does get the positioning over top the box. And he's moving straight off and away. Oh my god, center zone completely for Mongrel.
And look at the difference in height that he had from that 4th zone spot where 5th zone was revealed. Now he's up there. Now he can actually play the game against other people. Those consumables, the pepper really the only useful one outside of the early game now in solos. And is doing so well here for Season 3. Mongrel getting in. Does get overtaken by a couple of players, so that high ground position not going to be a factor for him. Down low, Noah Riley has made it, and so has Moki. Noah with 13 points. Again, this is the game. This is the turning point. As we get past game 3, we still got it's total 6 games. So if you get past game 3 and you're in contention, it's time now to start talking about Noah Riley not only pushing up towards the top 5, but also qualifying through and potentially having another duel against Benji Fishy tomorrow in the grand finals.
Everyone who's alive right now has an opportunity for this zone. It's pulled back towards them. There's an empty side on the right, and now it doesn't matter because the zone is going left. Noah Riley has control, but so does Stone, so does Hijo, Nebi, Swaps, everyone here. An equal chance to have a base, have some footing, and get some eliminations in endgame.
Wondering too where Janice is, the current player in first place. Because there's so many competitors right now. Mitro in the endgame, he picks up one as 6 zone begins to move. Noah Riley also going to use a launch pad forward. He's getting way closer to that 6 zone. There's a lot of players already starting to tunnel forward. Who is he going to land on? Who is the choice? And where does he put himself? That layer that he picks is so important, and we are in 6 zone now. Looking back, potentially another Elim. There's a crash pad player. Yes, he goes down to zone. Noah converts on the Elim. Now in the top 38. Mongrel has also found one too. So all the players that we're watching, they are activating in good time.
This is Noah Riley's game. I can feel it 100% all the way above so many people's builds. Crash padding, but not hitting the ground. Taking over height. Is that Toos? It's Toos. It's Toos. The man with the shockwave launcher. The man with the loot that wins games and makes moments happen. Noah didn't actually get it, though.
He didn't get the shockwave launcher. So holding the height now. Okay. The AR. No fire, no ADS at all on that one, just jumping and spraying. He's gonna do it again, potentially gets more, but I think that shockwave launcher might have been picked up from somebody else. Nobody leaves that in the zone if they can, and he gets another big tag with Kit's charge. It's not gonna be enough though, he doesn't take him out just yet.
He doesn't need it. From what I'm watching, he does not need that shockwave launcher. So many heavy tags from Kit's charge shotgun. So much accuracy from this AR, and he gets one elimination stolen away from him, but has the match to keep holding height. 7th zone, 2 more zones left. When that 9th one comes around, it closes down to nothing. That's where things start to get really scary for people. Noah, though, is not shaking under that pressure. Has height. I think just maybe wood left. Still going for sprays, has so much ammo to use. Dietrich, Hijo, K2, taking out people in the low ground. Everyone is so close in these standings. They're trying to make a name for themselves, trying to get all the way up. Noah there with a big beam. There it is. On to Juke. He goes down. Noah gets a few more crash pads. He has rotation. Might not be the shockwave launcher, but it might just be enough.
But it's Mongrel on the second height. He's going to start dueling for this too. Noah Riley going to try to eclipse the record he put for himself with the 7 Elim game and the 8 Elim game back-to-back on day number 2. Who is it? In zone, there's Mongrel. He's going to start to take the height, but blocked by a stare. Noah now has to contest. Oh, and he takes him out. The quick block, and Noah Riley takes down Mongrel. Still more to find, but he's looking down and looking so good. Another play out the sky. Yes! A 9th Elim, potentially looking for 11 in this end game. 2 more players to find, and where are they? They fall to low ground. Crash pad breaks everything. There's a tree in the way, and that just gives room for Noah to breathe.
He is growing so big here at this European Solos FNCS competition. Game number 3, Noah wrapping things up. 2 people fighting all the way in the zone, but it's not enough. Noah,
points you needed on the lead up, right? And how far 8 points could be to secure, but he does it. He pulls through. He did enough to make it through the end game, and that's why he's in first place here, Zeke.
Dude, holding strong so much. This is like the craziest back and forth. We've seen a massive change up in the leaderboard across the last